Hello, 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 and welcome to the reintroduction of you. Whether it's your first time or you're returning, I just want to thank you for spending a few minutes of your day with me today. As you can see, I am actually in my bathroom, and the reason why is because I want to take the time to actually share with you all what my winter skincare routine is. I have really dry skin, and a lot of people will say, oh, you just need to hydrate and drink more water, and the reality is that I actually drink a lot of water. I prefer to drink water. The only time when I drink something other than water is usually I have a cup of coffee at the beginning of the day, and then for dinner I might have a few ounces of soda or juice because I, want to have something that complements my food. But other than that, all day, I'm not a person that can just sit and drink soda at their desk or in the car. I have to have water. So I'm a water drinker. But I still have dry skin. I have dry skin naturally. The same way people have oily skin naturally, I have dry skin naturally. So like you wouldn't tell someone who's oily to drink less water, then that's not the cure for people with dry skin. So I have such a hard time finding products that are going to be moisturizing to me having dry skin. The other thing is that I actually run a dehumidifier in my house 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I am not a fan of humidity, so I like to keep my house dry. I know that the consequence of that is that I have dry skin, and I also sometimes my nose can be dry as well. So like when it's super dry in the winter, sometimes I'll get a nosebleed here and there. But the idea of kind of like moist air, because for the most part I live in a fairly humid part of the country, so being in moist air is just like so gross feeling to me. So I prefer my air dry, but because of that, I do know that that also is playing a role in why my skin is dry as well. So anyway, I am going to share my dry skin winter routine with you all. And for me, because I have dry skin, I am a person that if I read the reviews on something and it's like, oh, this stuff is way too oily and greasy, I'm like, aha, that's for me. Honestly. So if you're a person like me who really just has really unbelievably dry skin, then maybe my skincare routine and the products that I use may be helpful for you as well. It's very difficult for me to find products that are moisturizing, and I have tried so many products, whether you're talking drugstore, whether you're talking Sephora, whether you're talking about department store, people who are, small businesses. I've tried so many skin products. Besides being dry, I'm also sensitive, so I have to be careful about the types of products that I put on my face, especially when it comes to like scent. So I've tried so many things, and honestly, even some of the things that are like, this is super moisturizing, still don't do the trick for me. So these products that I am about to highlight are things that I have found really do give me lots of moisture without feeling necessarily oily, but still feeling moisturized. Because sometimes I will put a moisturizer on my face, and by the time I leave, I feel dry already again. So I'm putting 2 or 3 layers of moisturizer on my face, and that can be annoying. Like I'll do it if I have to in order not to have dry, itchy skin, but it's annoying. I should be able to have one product that I put on my face and it soaks in and it keeps me feeling nice and moisturized all day or all night. So the first thing that we're going to start with is, and I generally don't wear a lot of makeup. I'll put on a little bit under my eyes, but as far as like foundation and all that kind of stuff, that's usually maybe 3 or 4 times a year. But today I purposefully made sure that I put on makeup because I just wanted to show you guys, like from start to finish, what my skincare routine is in terms of makeup, taking off makeup at the end of the day, washing, all of that other stuff. So whenever I wear makeup, the product that I use is this Bioderma micellar water. This is the pink one for sensitive skin, but they also have a blue one that is kind of moisturizing as well. But I like both of them. You can get this at like Ulta. I actually bought this from Sephora, but I think that this really takes off the makeup really well. So you can use this with a cotton pad or like a cotton wipe or whatever, but I have had several occasions where maybe the cotton seed was left in the cotton pad, and so when I go to wipe it, it actually scratches, and then I'm dealing with that. So I now use these just really soft wipes and just drench it on the soft, not a wipe, a soft towel, and just kind of go to town. And see, these are just like little soft wipes, and I keep calling them wipes. They're soft towels, and you know, you can put these in the washing machine when you're done. So you see all of this stuff just coming off. You see the dark circles have reappeared. And these things are so super soft. I got these off of Amazon a while ago, and I just like to wash them and put them in a washing machine with a wash. And I use I don't put a lot of detergent in it, and I use hot water. So far it hasn't been a problem in terms of like anything from the washing machine causing any breakouts or anything like that. So this stuff is really good for your eye makeup, and for your even for your like mascara and stuff. I had on purple mascara. You can kind of see that there. It's coming right off. And you can tell that I'm not like, you know, I'm definitely going slow. So you all know that I have nose rings, and nose rings can get stinky sometimes, just like earrings can. So I actually use this saline spray. It doesn't matter who it's from. I just use a little saline spray in a small cup. And because sometimes makeup can kind of get around the holes of my piercings, I just take a Q-tip. They say Q-tips aren't for ears, right? So I'm using it for something other than ears. Hopefully my doctor's proud of me. And I just go in and clean around my piercings. That's that. So there are two things that I use as cleansers: SkinFix Barrier Foaming Oil Cleanser, and this Neutrogena. So because I wore makeup today, and even though that Bioderma is sensitive skin friendly, I'm already starting to feel tight. So this is a foaming cleanser, and to me, foaming cleansers always leave me a little drier than what I prefer. So since I used that Scentsy Bio earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and use Neutrogena, the Gentle Hydrating Cleanser Creamy Formula. So nothing that foams up, because to me, and what I've heard and what I've read and what I've been told, is that that is what dries your skin out. So we're gonna use this non-foaming formula. So as you can see, it does not foam up. And something somebody said some time ago that made so much sense to me is we rush the cleansing process. And so really we should rub our cleanser in for anywhere between 30 seconds to a minute. One really good thing about this cleanser is that the Neutrogena, is that it doesn't burn my eyes. Next thing we're going to talk about is Dr. Jartt's Vital Hydra Solution. So I love this stuff. Now, this is an essence, which is supposed to be firming, moisturizing, renew the surface of the skin. I absolutely love the Tatcha Essence, but for one, it's super expensive, and two, Essence, because it's fermented, so once you open the lid on it, it kind of starts to degrade or lose its, you know, its potency. You're supposed to use it within a certain time frame. And what I found is that the small bottle, even if I use it once or twice a day, I can't get through it in, I think it's like 6 months that you're supposed to use it by. So it was like a waste of money. So I looked for another essence, and I really, really like this Dr. Jartt Vital Hydra Solution, but also, you know, the Tatcha one's really good as well. So this one, I actually just put on my hand, put it on. It kind of has a bit of a slimy feel to it, but I just tap it in. Don't rub, just tap. Now, while I'm talking about this, there's a product, Snail Mucin. I got the Snail Mucin because I heard so many great things about the Snail Mucin, and I got over the fact that it's literally snail mucus. The trail that a snail leaves, that's snail mucin. But I was like, if it's gonna help my skin, then I'm willing to try it. I bought it and I waited like a week because I'm like, you can do it, girl. You can put snail entrails. No, I'm just playing. But you can put the snail on your face. And I used it for 2 days, and to me it was drying. So didn't work for me, but I wouldn't discourage it. But yeah, so that's that. The next thing that I use is the triple Lipid Collagen Activating Serum from SkinFix. So, cleanse, then essence, then serum. And I just put that on top. Usually about 30 seconds between all of the products. 30 seconds to a minute to allow it to absorb a little bit before you put the next thing on. And my face feels a little tacky, but it goes away. Because I don't like tacky stuff, right? So we'll wait for that. I'll let you know too that right now in Sephora, this combo, the SkinFix combo, there's a starter gift set kit for like 40 bucks. So it's a good way to try all of these. And I use this generally from day to day. If my first step is going to be is going to be cleansing, I use this. But if there's any step like removing the makeup that comes before the cleansing, I do the Neutrogena. All right, and now this is the stuff that really has changed my life. It is the SkinFix Barrier Triple Lipid Peptide Cream. This stuff is the jam. I swear, it is so good. You just need a little bit. And I have darkness right here because I blow my nose a lot, and this is the part that always seems to be a pain in the butt. So I usually try to concentrate my efforts right here to moisturize so that I can make sure that when the skin renews, that it just has all the nutrients that it needs to renew. Okay, and that's it. Now, one last thing I'm going to mention, actually two things. Sometimes I just, for whatever reason, and I'm feeling like unbelievably dry even for myself, and I love this Good Molecules oil, ultra hydrating oil. I'm going to put it on just for now. Maybe just around here. So I'll just take a little bit of it. It's only $10 from Ulta, but this is what I usually use as my moisturizer in the summer. because what I just showed you, most of those products are a little too heavy for the summer. So I like this, and it just really sucks into the skin and moisturizes. I love it. I'm actually a really big fan of the Farsali Unicorn Essence and the Liquid Gold Elixir, I think it's called. I love both of those oils, as well as the Beauty Bakerie baking oil, I think it's called. It's a good one. But you know, when I like to have some type of moisturizing something, I like it to be something oil based. I don't want it water based, because water may hydrate some things and is important, but water also dries you out. Think about it. If I'm right now and I took water and I just rubbed my arm with water, later on in the day I'm gonna be ashy in the place that I did that. So water evaporates, and to me takes moisture with it. Science may say differently, but my experience says that that's what happens. So science is fine, but my experience is my experience. And water to me is drying. Honestly, I just think it's drying. Now water and then sealing it with oil makes sense, but just water, to me, your water-based moisturizers suck the moisture out of my skin, and that's to me. So whenever I am looking for any products, especially moisturizers, I'm looking for something that has some oil base. Yeah. So, all right, that's what we have. The last thing I want to talk about is slugging. My daughter is the one who taught me about this, sort of, but slugging. So there are people who will literally take oils or moisturizers or even Vaseline. I keep Vaseline around, honestly and truthfully. Put some on my lips. I keep Vaseline right here next to all of my face stuff. There are people who will take Vaseline and just literally slather it all over their face before they go to bed to make sure that they are moisturized throughout the night. It's called slugging. And if I'm having a particularly dry day, I will slug before I go to bed. Yeah. And it doesn't, for me, I guess because I do have a routine on a daily basis, it does not bother, clog my pores. It doesn't give me any breakouts. It just really puts a layer of protection to me on the skin, and actually like keeps it from drying out. So a lot of people might have controversy behind that, but to me, Vaseline, I don't know that it gets much better than good old Vaseline when it comes to certain things, honestly. Old school, good old Vaseline. Vaseline. So that was my winter dry skin care routine. Of course, again, as I said, my routine during the summer is a little bit different than that in the winter. If you're like me and you have dry skin, whether it's by nature or because of the environment, then maybe these are products that you consider using, and the steps. Again, I don't have breakouts. I don't have, I mean, you can see no pimples, no clogged pores. It works for me. I'm not a dermatologist. I am not a scientist. I'm just a person who has tried so many stinking products and really just want to share with other people, because I swear, like, us sharing things word of mouth sometimes is the best way to get some of the best items in other people's hands. And the good thing about Sephora is that if you use products a few times and you don't like it, you can always take it back. So I'm not sponsored, obviously, but I'm a huge fan of buying products from Sephora if you can, because then you can test them out, see if you like them, take them back if you don't. Anyway, if you have any comments, suggestions, or you just want to say hello, you know to do it below. But otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.